Does anyone else have a strange fascination with peeling plastic off of electronic equipment? For example, this stuff. I had to get a new keyboard because my wife spilt wine on mine. And I lost functionality of my right arrow, my tab, my left shift key, my cap locks, one of the F keys, and a lot of keys necessary. However, I got a crazy deal today. I got the Logitech G510S, which I had the 510 before this, which was awesome because I plugged this one in and it took over my old profiles, and I'm betting all my G macros are still in place, which is really nice because it's a pain in the ass doing that. Plus, this one's got the WASD and silver keys, and oh, it's shiny blue, kind of a metallic look to it. It's awesome. I really like it a lot. So I'm glad I got it. I got a really good deal. I got it half off. Plus, I had $30 in reward zone gift certificate. So in the end, it only cost me $34.25 for a $120 keyboard. I'd say that's a good deal. How you guys doing tonight? This is the Road to 40. I'm Jason Oliveira, in case you didn't know by now. I have family in town right now. My sister-in-law is visiting Kim, and she brought a few of her kids, and it's been a fun day. They showed up this morning. They drove overnight down from Vermont, New York, and so we had a good day, and we're going to have a good week, and we're going to have fun, or else. Let me get onto that for a second. There's something about peeling plastic off of new electronic equipment that, the best is, and I think I've mentioned this before, is when I get a new guitar, peeling the plastic off of the pick guard, you gotta go around the screws and just get it just right. But I usually leave that on for a while because I like to protect the pick guard for a little while. When it starts looking ugly, time to come off. And it's killing two birds with one stone. I'm getting the plastic off, plus, the pleasure of taking it off. Oh, it's like ecstasy. I don't know. Is that a weird thing? Does anyone else deal with that on a regular basis? I don't know. It's just one of my favorite things to do. Actually, I like this wrist rest is a little bit more of a matted look rather than a polished look, which I prefer matted in just about everything. Leather, keyboard wrist rests. Oh, that's yucky. Just about everything. I like the matte finish. My case is the Stormtrooper by Cooler Master, which is the black one with the matte finish. I like that. It's a good case. Really good case. Now, last night I was talking about the item that is sitting on my desk, which is still sitting on my desk. Now, I don't know if I've noticed today or not if anybody actually said truth or false or liar or you're a damn liar or whatever. So I'm not going to announce it yet. I'll wait till tomorrow's video. I did want to say something too about that. This next week might be up in the air a little bit just because having company, I don't want to neglect or ignore company. So I may not be here every night for the next week, but when I can, I will. And either way, next week we'll back to our regular routine schedule. We now return you to your routine scheduled programming. Remember that? I do. A few weeks ago, I mentioned I was in the parking lot at Walmart, and I heard a kid say, "I like your stickers." And I turned around, and it was this kind of nerdly kid. Not nerdly. I mean, no nerdlier than I. And he's just like, let me see. Rebel Alliance, Jedi. And I said, yep. He's like, oh, I'm an Imperial. I said, oh. And I walked away. Like, I just said a few funny things, and I walked away because I knew what would happen. So I told my wife about it, Carol, and a few people who were over one night. And I felt bad after the fact that I had kind of ignored him because, geeks need to band together. They need to stay strong and overcome, brothers. So I saw him the other day when I was leaving. And I said, you know what? I'm going to be patient. I'm going to talk to him. He saw I had a Darth Vader shirt on, so he said, nice shirt. I said, yeah, I switched teams. I'm playing for the Imperials today. And he laughed. And so we just started talking. And I was right. I couldn't get away. Like, I don't know, some people have like some kind of a social anxiety disorder where they don't feel comfortable talking to anybody but me. And I don't mind talking to people, I really don't. But I had ice cream. It was like 80 something degrees out. And so I took my time as long as I could to talk to him. We talked about video games, we talked about Star Wars and the new movies, and it was fun. And he's a nice kid. I still don't know his name. But I don't know. It's one of those things that's kind of funny. Like, I had every intent of trying to be as patient and nice with him as possible. However, I knew what the outcome was going to be. I just get a vibe from people, and I know how a conversation's going to go sometimes. And it went the way I thought it would. It's just pulling yourself away. I have a hard time doing it. Like, I've always had a hard time pulling myself away from someone I'm having a conversation with that I need to end the conversation and go home. One of my best friends from work, she hasn't worked there in a while, Nancy Foster. Awesome person. Very earthy, crunchy, kind of very equal rights between men and women. She was once on a job site, and all the guys took their shirt off, and so she joined them, and I think she lost the job. But I understand where she's coming from, and I get it completely. Nonetheless, we used to work together, and we'd close together at 9 o'clock at night. And this was probably just around the time that Grayson had been born, or right before he'd been born, actually. And we'd go out to the parking lot, and especially in winter when it's freezing out. She was a gabber, and I love talking to Nancy. I really do. If we were sitting at my house and sipping on a coffee or having a drink, that's a different story. But when it's like, 20 degrees out and you just want to get home, like, I try to be so patient, but this is an example of how hard it is for me to pull myself away from a conversation that it's not that I don't necessarily want to be a part of, but I'm in a situation where I need to move on. And I guess patience comes in too. But patience only goes so far. And then you're like, okay, I can't feel my toes or my fingers anymore. I'm pretty sure I have hypothermia in my nose. I gotta go. And I'd always pray for my phone to ring or get just something on my phone so I could be like, oh, I gotta get going. That's Carol, I gotta go home. And I never meant it. And I know she would have been completely understanding if I had said, I gotta go, Nancy. It's late. It's cold. I want to go home. But, and it's not just her or the Star Wars kid. It happens a lot. Last Saturday at work, that crazy left-wing liberal. See, it's hard to say that because I kind of lump myself into that category. Not to that extreme, though. I couldn't pull myself away from the conversation. And when he actually cornered somebody else, I was actually kind of excited because I was like, I can get away now. I feel bad because he probably just wanted somebody to hear him talk, hang out, give his opinion. Yeah, it's kind of what I'm doing right now. And I'm glad you're sticking around. But it's much easier when you're on the internet to just hit pause or X out or like that. When you're face to face with somebody, I just have a hard time getting away. So that's my point. I've agreed to take something on, and I think I talked about it last night. Brad is doing a prequel. It's a webisode of stills that he'll do a voiceover and special effects on. And I started drawing some stuff today. Like I told you, I wanted to get a little sketchy with it. And this is a little more sketchy than I intended, but I was just fiddling around. So this is the first thing I was just kind of messing around with. This doesn't really pertain greatly to the story, though it is kind of a scene from the story where somebody's in the house looking over a dead body. It's about a detective. Well, I can't really say too much about what it's about because I don't want to give it away. I want you to see it because it's awesome. And I want you to, check out his other stuff. He made a movie called The Killing of Jacob Marr. You can get it, I think if you have Amazon Prime, you can view it for free. The Killing of Jacob Marr by Brad Rego, R-E-G-O. 221 Films. He's made a lot of really good movies. You should check them all out. The Assemblage of the Crystal Sphere. I did all the artwork for that movie. And that was about a mockumentary about a game of Dungeons and Dragons that had gone on for over a year. And this was the end of the game. I also drew this. I kind of like the way that came out. I thought that was kind of cute. And these are these black lines that I'm talking about. Sometimes, like, when I get sketchy, I really like the way it comes out. Like, I don't put a lot of thought into it. I kind of just let my pen go crazy or my pencil. And the results sometimes when it's done, it's like, wow, That looks really good. But I can't plan on it. I will show you this, though. This is the first drawing of... I've got a little bit more work to do on this, but it's getting there. I want to do the sky black. This is the very first frame that I've been asked to illustrate. So, we've got a house in the middle of the woods with police cars and ambulances and so on and so forth. I'm thinking up here will be all black, and the moon might silhouette the furthest trees back. But I need to put a little glow on them. But this took me a lot longer than I thought it would, because I have to be doing 5 drawings a day to be able to meet the deadline. And I did 1 today. Now, it's not the first yet, so technically I'm ahead of myself. However, seeing the amount of time this took, it's going to be rough. But as long as he likes this one, and I'm going to do 2 or 3 more that I'm going to send him, as long as he's like, yes, that's it. I think at this point he doesn't really have a choice. If he wants it done by the beginning of September, he's got to find somebody right now. And I hope I'm that person. I hope he likes this enough that he's like, yep, that's good. That's exactly what I'm looking for. It's not as good as some of the stuff he's done in the past. My friend Artie has done some artwork for him. And I remember back in the day, me and Artie would draw and would show each other what we were drawing. And I always thought he was a good artist, but he's become a lot better. Like, he actually is the one that's kind of challenged me to draw and draw more. Because I was just like, he started doing acrylic paintings, and they look so good. And he's got that kind of sketchy style, even in his, not just his drawings, but in his paintings as well. And I don't know how he accomplishes it, but he does a good job of it. So Artie Nyman, I wish he had a Facebook page, well, I think he's got a Facebook page. I wish he had a web page so I could show you some of his stuff. But he's into this. Him and Brad actually used to make movies years ago, and now Brad's doing it on his own. And sometimes when Artie has time, I think he works with him to do things. So yeah, this is the first one out of 160 drawings that I need to do in a month. It's a challenge. I don't know if I can do it. I'm gonna do my best though. And I have a lot to say tonight. I just wanted to come by and say hi to you guys and thank you once again for coming back tonight. This is going to be a short one. We're going to go play Words Against Humanity, I believe. Maybe not. I think Kim was tired. She might go to bed. But I am going to go we're making Orange Julius's. Carol just made some of those. I'm going to finish my White Russian and might watch some Flight of the Conchords because she's never seen that. So you guys have a great night. Thank you for always coming back. And making me feel great about myself. Or better about myself. Don't forget to make somebody smile tomorrow. Make someone's day awesome tomorrow. That's one of the lines that Brad uses in the script of this thing. I can't remember exactly. Make someone's day amazing tomorrow. I think that's pretty cool too. I might have to work that in every now and again. Make yourself a better person tomorrow than you were today tomorrow. I'm not saying that right, am I? Make yourself a better person than you were today, tomorrow. That's it, yeah. And let's make the world spin a little happier together. What do you say? What say you, brothers and sisters? Aunts and uncles? Have a great night. Thank you for visiting the Road to 40. I'm Jason Oliver, and I'll see you tomorrow night.